gracious me!
What is going on, guys? TVM here. Welcome to Team of the Week predictions week 20. There are a couple of decent players knocking around. No Premier League games to speak of this week, of course, because it is FA Cup week and FA Cup games do not count. In fact, no cup games count because I think there are a couple of cup games around Europe, but the majority of the big leagues are back on. So with that being said, the first player is going to be Mickey van der Hart. He made a penalty save and kept a clean sheet and was crowned man of the match in a 2-0 win. And moving into the Australian League with Richie Delat. This is probably his third nomination since the beginning of Team of the Week predictions in FIFA 19. Richie Delat has 2 goals in a 4-3 win. Quite impressive for a right back. And then moving on to the next player, who is Juan Muniz, I'm not quite sure how to say it, but he's got a hat-trick of assists in a 3-2 win. The issue with this card is that it's awful. I mean, no one in their right mind is going to want to go anywhere near this. Even if you support the team, I'm pretty sure you'll want to try and give this one a wide berth. But, you know, I digress. Moving on to the next player, who is going to be Harrison Reed of Blackburn. I'm not quite sure whether they'll go with this. Again, that's not a great card by any stretch of the imagination. 1 goal and 1 assist and a man of the match award and a 3-0 win is more than worthy of being there, but whether it'll be enough or not, that remains to be seen. Moving on to Marcao of, I believe, Galatasaray. I think this would be a transferred card. I'm not quite sure whether he's transferred in game, but he made several challenges, won the ball a few times, was crowned man of the match and kept a clean sheet in a 1-0 win. We haven't had a Galatasaray player for an inform for a while, so why not indeed? Atal of Nice up next. He managed 1 goal and kept a clean sheet in a 2-0 win. This would be, there's an alternative in that game, but I think I've gone with the defender because I think he deserved it just a little bit more. And wouldn't be a terrible card for a first inform, as would this card, Vent, or Oscar Wendt, or Vent, I'm not quite sure how you say his name. 1 goal and a man of the match award in a 2-0 win. I mean, it's not a card everyone's going to rush out to buy, but I tell you what, 1 more inform, and you've got a decent left back on your hands there, that's for sure. Diakaby? I'm not quite sure. Mokhtar Diakaby of Valencia with 1 goal, a clean sheet, and the game finished 3-0 for his side. So, again, 1 more inform on top of that. You're looking at a quality card. Guerrero. This is an interesting one, actually, because there are quite a few players from that Dortmund game. In fact, there are 3 others that I'll mention in the possibles that could easily be getting Team of the Week. But Guerrero got 1 goal and 1 assist in a 5-1 win. And that's where I've gone with him. Would also be a position change. Locatelli of Sassuolo, Manuel Locatelli, with 1 goal and a man of the match award in a 3-0 win. A bit of a convincing performance over there in Italy. Not the only Italian league player to be mentioned this week, though. We've got quite a few more. In fact, there's one coming up right now. Yusuf Poulsen up next. 2 goals in 15 minutes and a 4-0 win with a man of the match award should be enough to secure him his 84 rated second in form. Fabio Quagliarella with 2 goals and a man of the match award in a 4-0 win for Sampdoria. This game actually won me money, so I'm very pleased that he managed to get it. He could easily be in the starting 11 with a dynamic image. I know a lot of people crave the dynamic images, so don't quote me on where he will be. But Pantilimon up next, and this could potentially be the starting 11 goalkeeper, would you believe? 6 saves and a penalty save included in that in a 3-1 win for Nottingham Forest. It's a bit sparse for goalkeepers out there. There are a couple of questionable ones, but Pantilimon deserves it. And up next is Daniel Brozinski. 1 goal, 1 assist, and a man of the match award in a 2-1 win. It's not a great card, but it's a stepping stone to something better. And that's how I look at these sort of lower rated informs. It's not a card that you're going to want to rush out and buy straight away, but if he was to get 1 more inform or a man of the match or something, then you'd start paying attention. Not too many defenders to choose from this week. I've gone for Denea, I'm not quite sure how you say his name. 1 goal and a clean sheet in a 1-0 win for Lyon away from home. He does have a screen card if he looks familiar, but this of course would be an 81 rated inform. Up next is going to be Nelson Semedo of Barcelona. This would be his first inform. He often gets at least 1 a season, and it's normally an overpowered kind of defender. 1 goal in a 2-0 win, obviously picking up a clean sheet in the process. Toornstra up next of Feyenoord. They absolutely slapped Ajax, which is not something many people would have predicted, I'm sure. He managed 1 goal and a hat-trick of assists in a 6-2 win. There are a handful of players from that game who could be getting informs. Robin van Persie, I think the right wing is, I think, Bergwijn. I apologise if I've mispronounced it, but this is my pick from that game. Moving on now to Karim Demabe. This would be a second inform. I actually have the red version of his first inform. 1 goal and 1 assist and a man of the match award in a 4-2 win is more than likely that he will be in this week's team of the week. It doesn't look like a bad card either. I tell you what, one more though, and that would be a sensational little card. Vasquez of Sevilla. This is controversial because he got 1 goal in a 5-0 win. There is a player from that game who got 1 goal, 1 assist and a man of the match award, but I'm not including him because I'm not quite sure. I'd like him to be, but I'm not sure. Stay tuned for the possibles to find out who that is. Moving over to the Dutch League, Lozano. This could be, what is it, a second or third inform for Hirving Lozano with 2 goals and a man of the match award in a 2-1 win. You would all but be certain that he would get it. However, it would be a position change, this time to a left wing. Moving on to Saul of Atletico Madrid with 1 goal in a 2-0 win. I'm not quite sure if he was man of the match, actually. I'd have to double check that, but I haven't written it down, so that doesn't stand out. But either way, it would be a left mid card, unfortunately. I'm not a massive fan of this, to be fair. It would be a great centre mid, but not so much as a left mid. Up next is Karim Benzema. Interesting one, this, because this card looks A, dreadful, and B, nowhere near as good as the UCL Live card, which has the potential to get even better. Benzema scoring twice in a victory for Real Madrid today, away from home to Espanyol. Definitely deserves the inform, there's no doubt about that. However, I don't think many people are going to care outside of having a high-rated inform. Paulo Dybala up next, and this is an interesting one because this was a early week game. This, I think, was Monday or Tuesday this game happened. EA would normally have included that in the Wednesday team of the week. Well, FIFA 18 they normally do, but they didn't, and they haven't done in FIFA 19. So he is in contention for all intents and purposes with 2 assists and a man of the match award and a 3-0 win. I would welcome this with open arms because we are lacking big names this week. Moving into the possibles, and there are 3 Dortmund players to speak of. That Sevilla guy we haven't mentioned, another Juve man, and 1 guy who can't stop scoring. Let's move into the first player then. That's going to be Hakimi of Dortmund with 1 goal and 1 assist. The game obviously finishing 5 goals to 0. 1? I think it was 5-1. 5-0? I can't remember what the scoreline was. Either way, it was 5-1. He has recently had a Future Stars card. Sancho is the next player. He got 2 assists and man of the match in that game. Again, he's just had a Future Stars card. He's already got a few Player of the Month cards in there as well. So I kind of ruled them out just because they've just come out of packs as special items, and these informs would not be anywhere near what you can get on the market right now. The other player is Marco Reus, and once again, I've ruled him out despite the fact that he's got 1 goal, 1 assist, which is more than Guerrero, who is the player that I chose with 1 goal, 1 assist. The reason I've not gone with Marco Reus, by the way, is because he has about 412 Player of the Month cards. Sticking with the Bundesliga very briefly before we jet off to France, Thiago popped up with a goal in a 4-1 win today. He was also crowned man of the match. This is a high possibility, actually. I just couldn't really decide who to take out, so in the end I just put him in the possibles. But just know that it's very possible. The inform man right now, Nicolas Pepe, literally can't stop scoring goals. 2 goals and a man of the match award in a 2-1 win. He wasn't in form in Team of the Week 19, but he was in Team of the Week 18. So technically speaking, I suppose he is eligible, but I don't know whether EA will want to give him an inform that close. I would, personally, I'd have him in there straight away. But will EA go for it? I'm sure a few of you Fiorentina fans would be excited to see this guy in here. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name, but he managed 2 goals and a man of the match award and a 4-3 win. This is highly likely to happen. I just couldn't fit him in. Up next is Quincy Promes, or Proms, or however you say it. But either way, he got 1 goal and 1 assist and a man of the match award and a 5-0 win. I think he missed a penalty in that game as well. But either way, he got as close as you can get to a 10 match rating, which is impressive. The question mark lies where he had a man of the match card. But that does leave packs on Tuesday, making him more than eligible for a Team of the Week card on Wednesday. I don't know, though. I think EA might decide that it's a little bit too close. Again, I'd love to see it. I really would. And I think this would be a left wing this time. But it's going to be interesting to see what EA decide to do, that's for sure. Parejo, another player very much like the Nicolas Pepe situation where he was in form Team of the Week 18 and he's gone and scored a goal. No, he didn't. He got an assist and he was crowned man of the match in a 3-0 win for Valencia. I went with the defender in the end, Diakaby, But, it's possible that we see Parejo, although I would prefer the defender, if I'm honest. Kevin Volland up next, and this is probably the third or maybe even the fourth time I've mentioned him in a Team of the Week predictions in FIFA 19. He's consistent, if nothing else. 1 goal and a Man of the Match award and a 3-0 win isn't exactly scream the roof off quality, but there aren't that many players to speak of this week, and I wouldn't be surprised to see him there. His in-game stats, by the way, far better than what you'd think they are. I went with Paulo Dybala, as I'm sure most of you would prefer, but Emre Can is in contention with a goal in that 3-0 win. Dybala got 2 assists and the Man of the Match award, so he's definitely head and shoulders above, not quite literally of course, but he is head and shoulders above Emre Can. However, if EA decide to throw some curveballs around, we could see both of them. You never know. Lastly, Angel Di Maria has got 1 goal and 1 assist in what is currently a 4-1 win for PSG. I say currently because there's at least 25 minutes left of this game, so who knows what's going to happen. PSG are going to win though. Cavani can't get it, Mbappe can't get it, and that's pretty much it. So it just leaves Angel Di Maria, and even if he gets taken off now, 1 goal and assist will be enough to secure that inform. I don't know where to put him. I genuinely don't know who to take out this week, so feel free to let me know in the comments who you think I should take out of this week's Team of the Week predictions to fit in Angel Di Maria. But we do have a central position Maria to look forward to, because that looks pretty likely. I could easily go on and on for some of the players who I think could make it, but I'm gonna leave it there, and I'm gonna let you guys fill in the blanks in the comments. There are a few players from a few other games who maybe are worth a mention, some sort of lower rated players really. It's a bit of a difficult one to call this week, to be honest, goalkeeper wise especially. Pantilimon being the main goalkeeper, interestingly enough. Dybala could or could not get there from the game earlier in the week, not from the game that was obviously just on. Lozano, position change. Vasquez maybe instead of Promes, but Promes deserves to be there more. It's a very strange Team of the Week, especially with those future stars having just gone out of packs, and of course some players having just got informs. Will they get more? I don't know. If you think I've left anybody out, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below. Just bear in mind, cup games do not count towards Team of the Week. If you have enjoyed this episode, do me a favour and smack that like button, subscribe to the channel for new, and until the next time, goodbye.